Hey guys, welcome to Diaboro Disaster Burger Factory. Today I'm going to show you how you yourself can make a murder burger. But before that, you need your staff. And here are your new hires. Your seasoned crew. Here's your new hires that have been there a week. And your managers. Now, you have your staff, let's make that burger. First off, your ingredients. Then, that big toasty bun. Put it all together how you like, and you have yourself a murder burger. All joking aside, let's go through the deck. This is a Machinedramon deck profile. He's one of my favorite Digimon. Obviously, it's not no Diaboromon to me, but I've been waiting for a while to actually make this deck, and I'm not so sure it would be considered Tier 1 right now. It definitely is missing some of the pieces that have not yet come out. Chaosdramon comes out in BT7, which is a great addition to the deck. But for now, we'll start. I'm actually playing blue Digi-Eggs, being the Demi-Vmon that lets you draw a card if you're swinging with jamming. So obviously, this is going to be played with the Vmon. We'll go ahead and show that now. Currently only 3 Vmon. I actually can't find my 4th one, but I actually think 3 is enough here. I don't know if we actually have room for a 4th one. But this is just to get you some early draw power, and we're actually playing a blue option card, so that way this is the easiest way for us to take advantage of it. Also, a lot of your Digimon in this don't Digivolve, particularly your rookies, mainly being your 4 really good new Hagurumon we got from EX1, and then 3 vanilla ones. So this is just like, this is your bread and butter. This is draw 2 cards for discarding a machine or cyborg. Almost every card in your deck is machine or cyborg, so you shouldn't have any problem resolving this. These are in here just because they are they're cheap rookies that I can discard, as well as I can just play for 2. And then we are also playing for, that's by the way all our rookies. We're playing 4 of the new Gardramon. This guy's really good. He's a blocker like the old one is, and he's 6k, which is really good still. But his inheritable lets him, when attacking, discard a machine or cyborg and draw 2 cards. So this is basically another Hagurumon. Lets you thin through your deck, put your machines into your trash, and then go off later. We're also playing 2 Mechanorimon. The deck does have some trouble getting started, so, you know, just give you something to help buffer those hits against early rookies. Now into like the filling of the deck. We are playing 3 of the new Andromon, 3 of the Metal Tyrannomon, and 1 of the Metal Mamemon. So these guys all search Machinedramon on Digivolve out of your top 3, and then trash the remaining cards that were revealed. They also have 3 separate inheriteds. The reason we're playing 3 of each of these is because they're probably the most important ones. This one gives blocker to Machinedramon, this one gives it reboot. This one gives it an on-attack when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 5 or less. So it's kind of situational. It's mainly just in here for another name, and that ability can just come up sometimes. Now for our one-ofs. We are playing 1 of the starter deck, Machinedramon, that gives blocker as well. It's not necessary all the time, but it basically gives you another name, and this one can be like transferred up to a level 7 if we have to go that route. 1 of the Secret Rare Metal Greymon. Its inheritable is really good in this deck. You unfortunately can't Digivolve anything into it because it is completely red, but it's not here for that purpose. It's just here for that 3k inheritable on your turn. We're playing 1 of the Gigadramon and 1 of the Megadramon from set 6. These guys just give you a nice 2k buff depending on whose turn it is, and you know, making your Machinedramon like 13k on the opponent's turn with no additional buffs is fantastic. Then we have the Megadramon from EX1. That gives him +1 security attack. Obviously, that's good. His on-play is actually pretty good too to help against a bunch of weak rookies. And then 1 of the Metal Greymon from EX1 as well. This one gives piercing. So making the Machinedramon at the end of the day with like +1 security attack, piercing, reboot, blocker, and some kind of buff is probably the most ideal setup. But you can do a whole lot of different things with him. But he does require 5 different level 5 black or red cyborg Digimon from your hand or trash. So you do have to play a bunch of different ones to make sure that you get the most out of him. These aren't in the list currently. I honestly think these two are like useless. The Metal Greymon gives you +3 memory when your opponent blocks, but if you're trying for piercing, you may as well just play the Metal Greymon that gives it piercing instead, because it's kind of worthless. And unfortunately, this can't be triggered off of literally any inheritable right now unless you do Toy Agumon, because the Metal Tyrannomon does not give it reboot all the time, which means it doesn't always have it to check for its extra security off of Metal Greymon. It really stinks, because I would have loved to have seen it with +1 security attack. I've also heard of people trying Volcanomon. That is one card I have not yet tried. It may make its way in as, a nice little extra condiment for the deck. And then we have our big guy himself, Machinedramon. This is literally the reason to play the deck. He can't have his power reduced, so that's really good against yellow, security control, stuff like that. He has 2 lifelines, hence he can discard 2 of its level 5s to save himself from being deleted. And when he's played, he tucks up to 5 cyborgs that are black or red with different card numbers from your hand or trash under him, and for each one you gain a memory back. So if you hard play him for 12, put 5 under him, you only paid effectively 7 for it. And it's just this is actually really hard to remove, especially against like 3 Musketeers. They can only use Millenniumon, or if they use the blue package that some people are attacking right now. Jessmon can probably out this pretty easily. Yellow can't remove it, obviously. Literally, this thing ain't moving against yellow, except maybe getting attacked by a Lord Nightmon. But if you have the Metal Tyrannomon, he's got reboot, so he's not being attacked. So, just a really good, I feel like this is a really good meta call against, say your local meta is full of 3 Musketeers and, Lord Knight and stuff, maybe security control. This is probably going to walk right through some of those matchups. But if you're full of, Bonds and Jessmon, this is probably not the deck to play, at least not at the moment. For our 7s, I'm playing 1 Defeat and 1 Alter S. So, the whole reason for these, we don't have Chaosdramon yet, so Alter S is probably the next best part. Also, you can use this effect to return Machinedramon to your hand and replay it after you've swung with Alter S. But he board wipes on Digivolve all their Digimon that are 5k or less, and it also de-Digivolves them all by 1 first. And then the Defeat's just sort of it's really good, generic, level 7, only costs 3, and puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. They don't ever want to remove this typically, and if they do, they're forcing themselves to sacrifice something. And then that's it for our Digimon. We have 4 in the option cards for Ultimate Connection. It's a really strong card. It's basically Hammerspark, both in hand and in security, but it's got a condition. You have to discard a level 5 Cyborg, and then you draw a card back and then gain 2 memory. So it's kind of a convoluted version of Hammerspark, but it lets you put your cyborgs in the trash, as well as make sure your memory is high. Since Machinedramon does cost a lot of memory to play, this at least helps you, lessen the blow. Don't give your opponent too much memory. And then we are playing 2 Black Memory Boost, mainly just so that we have a way of searching Machinedramon even more. Also, it can search Hagurumon, Guardramon, etc. Plus, the extra 2 memory will help in the same reason that we play Ultimate Connection. Now, the blue option we're actually playing is 3 Kaiser Nail. This card lets you play one of your sourced Digimon back into play. So, the idea with this is you make Machinedramon, and then you turn it into Alter S or Sword Defeat, and then afterwards you Kaiser Nail back out Machinedramon and get a whole brand new Machinedramon out of it. You usually wait till Machinedramon's down to 2 or 1 source left, and then you make your move. You can also use this to help replay Hagurumon to draw some more cards. This is a lot better after we get Chaosdramon, because you can slide evolve into Chaosdramon for 1 and then Kaiser Nail back out Machinedramon. It's that easy. But for now, it's kind of more of a niche tech. And then for Tamers, we're playing 4 Analog Youth. This card is fantastic. I having trouble not fitting this in every deck, because it's just so good. It's generic Digimon search, it's milling for certain decks, and depending on your deck, you can, you know, utilize its effect to rehatch and get memory out of it. It's more in here for the searching and the milling part, but Machinedramon almost always will have a source over it when it's actually deleted, so depending on how many of these you have up, you might be able to steal your opponent's turn back. Then we are playing one Izzy. I felt like one Memory Tamer is still kind of important here. It'll make sure that your Machinedramon can get played, so long as you're not getting choked at one. And you can stack your top 3 when it's played, and then Hagurumon to draw the 2 cards you care for the most out of them. And then one copy of Izzy and Joe. This one's just in here to give you that extra memory boost, as well as, like, your opponent's already going to have trouble removing your Digimon, so when they do, this gives you the added benefit of drawing a card back from Machinedramon being deleted, or, you know, your little guys, your blockers, etc. But that is my current version of Machinedramon. If you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. This deck is extremely, like, flexible on what its text can be, since you don't really want to play black Digimon for your rookies and your Digi-Eggs, aside from, you know, the important ones. So you could do this with, like, yellow, a security control base, like a red removal base, blue, like I did with this one, but you could also play like Hokkaido's Breath and Rattlestar to get more removal. Those also will help you in your certain matchups with, like, Craniumon and Millenniumon. But that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the little joke at the start of the video. Not going to get into it too much, but I came up with that joke with my fiance earlier today, and it was like the talk of the day. But yeah, feel free to leave anything regarding this deck in the comment section, and have a great day. If you enjoyed that video and want to see more, feel free to click on the most recent video link on the left side of the video, or just go to my channel link and check out all the awesome Digimon content I have for you there. While you're there, smash the subscribe button for me so we can keep the channel going. Also, more content on my TikTok about Digimon news, card releases, and just general rants about the card game, and the occasional random video. Don't forget to answer the question of the week at the bottom of this video, down in the comment section, and as always, have a diabolical day.